special guest coming up, I want to welcome Sheikh Musa Drammeh, President of Muslim-Israel Dialogue. Dear Sheikh, glad to have you here.
Greetings. Salam and assalamu alaikum. My name is Sheikh Musa Drammeh. I am one of the co-founders of Muslims-Israel Dialogue, an organization established to campaign for normalization between Israel and all the Muslim nations, particularly organizations such as OIC and Arab League. I am doing this short message of solidarity in conjunction with Combat Anti-Semitism movement. As a human being, I think it is very simple to say anti-Semitism is wrong, is crime, and is stupid. So I don't think it needs any further explanation than that. But on a broader level, I believe that there are two types of anti-Semitism. One is Judeo-Christian biblical anti-Semitism practiced in Europe and taught in former European colonies, which blames the Jewish people from everything that is wrong under the sun. Even if there's a hurricane, they find ways to blame the Jews. If there's a snake bite, they may find ways to blame the Jews. So that's a Judeo-Christian biblical anti-Semitism practiced for, 2,000 years. And then there's anti-Semitism stems out of Israel, Muslim world. And this is fairly new. Regardless of what the relationship between Muslims and Jews were, the anti-Semitism that we practice as Muslims now stems in the last 70 to 80 decades. That is, the state of Israel and how the Muslims perceive it. So the European anti-Semitism, I cannot help. But the Muslims, Israel anti-Semitism, that for the past 22 years has occupied my time trying to fix. My wife and I are very, very active in making sure that anti-Semitism is totally tied to anti-Islam, anti-Muslims, anti-Holy Quran. The same way we tied anti-Israel to anti-Mecca, anti-Medina, and anti-holy places in the Muslim world. But for us now to fight anti-Semitism from the Islamic perspective, we always come up with the facts. As of today, I'm speaking to you, there are 193 nations that are part of the United Nations. Among them, 57 nations that are also part of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. And among them, there are 22 nations that are part of the Arab League. So these 22 nations, these are Arabic language, Arabic culture, Arabic heritage, Arabic background, Arabic pride, and Islamic religion. They are independent, they are proud, and they are thriving. For now, to join together and fight one small state where our own Holy Quran mentioned so many times in the most noblest way possible and tied to those who follow Moses and the religion that he brought. We thought that this was so anti-Islam, this is so anti-common sense that we could no longer tolerate it. And on that point, we have been fighting vigorously in the Muslim world to change the hearts and minds and bring Muslims back to the Quranic verses that really declare the tie between the state of Israel and the Jewish world. And we're doing it not in the expense of Palestinians or anybody else, but in conjunction with the Palestinian right. So I'll end with this. We are all commissioned by God to fight anti-Semitism, to fight hate, to fight bigotry, and to fight violence against any group, against any individual, because we are one human family. If we allow attack on any group, we allow attack on all groups, including our groups. And therefore, I'm encouraging all people to join the fight for anti-Semitism so that it will no longer exist or fester on. It should never ever happen, and we should end it now. Thank you, and God bless. Salam and assalamu alaikum.